Trust God, cry, repeat. Trust God, cry, repeat. Trust God, cry, repeat.
Hey
Trust
ladies,
God,
this is
cry, repeat.
Nayoka
Holy Spirit,
Hall,
every beat
and I
of
want to
our heart
welcome
is
you
measured
to
out in
Trust
blood, no doubt.
God,
Without you,
Cry,
God, there
Repeat
won't be no
podcast,
comfort.
a fresh new podcast for your encouragement. I want to thank you all for tuning in today as we talk about the topic, Make Dinner, Wage War. This is the first topic in our Sever the Rope series, and let's dive in. The tug of war between feminism and biblical womanhood can end. We just need to sever the rope. Let's rebuild from the ruins, educate and equip women to raise their daughters and sons to live biblically. There are a few statements that I got to get off my chest before we start. I'm going to take a deep breath. Okay. There is no such thing as Christian feminists. Words do mean things, so stop using word salads. Every life means something to the Lord. A woman is easily defined and not something you can just decide to put on one day. Being a woman is not an outfit to interchange. Today's topic had me pondering why we seem to be content with the occasional pushback of feminism. It soon goes from pushback into an all-out game of tug of war. This has continued for decades, but now it's time to stand united biblical women and sever the rope, waging good warfare as we take care of our families. Are you ready to make dinner and wage war? This topic is so near and dear to my heart because it encompasses so much. Submission, the sanctity of life, homemaking, discretion, fertility, modesty, fitness, overall health, community, education, beautifying, multiplying, and so much more. A portion of scripture that needs to be shared comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3 through 6. And it says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we are not waging war according to the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not of the flesh, but have divine power to destroy strongholds. We destroy arguments and lofty opinions raised against the knowledge of God, and take every thought captive to obey Christ, being ready to punish every disobedience when your obedience is complete, As women of God, we are to protect the vulnerabilities shared in our home. We cannot allow the culture to violate what God has blessed us with. Waging good warfare, ladies, is living biblically, which is actively exposing the toxic grip of feminism on Christian women. Does that topic sound familiar? It sets our eyes and intentionality on the way that God instructs us to live. This good warfare helps us teach our children how to see the tricks of Satan while equipping them to silence the lies of Satan. Another one of my books. Now is the time because the world is relentlessly finding ways to expose them to darkness. Desensitizing, witchcraft, distractions, immorality, rebellion, selfishness, all being pushed while anxiety, depression, insecurities, body positive slogans, self-love, pro-murder, melanin worshipping ideologies get ingested like vitamins as deception courses through our veins. Now is the time, and today is the day to denounce the past and lay down all for the sake of Christ. Ladies, the Lord is soon to come. Why risk missing out on the promised land? Let's talk a little bit about another scripture that comes from 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 5 that reads, "But understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty, for people will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, dishonest to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness, but denying its power. Avoid such people. The other translation says to turn away from them. And again, that's 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 5. Remember, ladies, it's difficult times currently and those ahead, but we need to trust God as we cry and repeat. And if you have not subscribed to the Trust God, Cry, Repeat website, I encourage you to go over there and check out the biblical encouraging content. We have merchandise, we have books, we have a lot of different things for your encouragement and for you to share with other people as well. And if you subscribe, you'll be able to have an actual recipe from our family to yours. But I want to encourage you ladies today that to live biblically is to actively wage war against this world. We are not to be a product of this world. We are supposed to be pushing back darkness at all costs, ladies. At all costs. I want to encourage you also to reach out to someone, reach out to another lady, see how she's doing, meet up, fellowship, honor God in your lives. And I want to also encourage you ladies, protect your families. And I don't mean in a way that a man should. I mean in a way a woman should. You should protect the vulnerabilities of your home, the things that are shared there. You should protect from the enemy from stealing, killing, and destroying, like in John, like when it says in John 10:10. We should be cultivating just a culture of prayer and of fasting and of love and of nurturing. We are not supposed to do things the world's way. We are supposed to be influencing the culture for the sake of Christ. We are not supposed to be influenced by the culture at our detriment. Ladies, we can do this with the help of the Lord. Ladies, we can do this as we are submitted under our husbands, willfully and joyfully submitted. We can do this. We can do this. The Lord is soon to come. I want to encourage you, if you are listening to this podcast and you don't know Jesus, come to know him. Wherever you are, come to know him. Best decision I've ever made. Very, very best. Ladies, I'm not going to prolong the time, but I do want to always encourage you to reach out. If you have questions, if you have concerns, contact me. I'll do my best to get back to each and every one of you. So with all that being said, again, take time today to get in your word. Take time today to encourage someone else. Take time today to spend time with your kids. Laugh with your husband. Play goofy games. Just enjoy the day because tomorrow is not promised. All right. Love you, ladies. Trust God. Cry. Repeat. God bless you.